Hi, Cenk. How are you doing today? What brings you to Progressive Central today?
Yeah, I just gave a quick talk about how we need to have hope and look at all the wonderful things hope brought us. Instead of Joe Biden, who was going to lose the election, we now are up, and we've got Kamala Harris and Tim Walz and an economically populist message. So all of a sudden, hope out of no hope.
You were at the RNC a couple weeks ago. You're about to go to the DNC. What are the big differences you expect in energy and atmosphere?
Well, actually, the energy would probably be at the same because when we were at the RNC, they thought they were going to win, and so they were super psyched. And now the Democrats think they're going to win, and the polling indicates that. So now the Democrats are super psyched. So we should have a lot of energy in both conventions.
Right, and so in terms of independent media, you've seen a lot of independent media here at the RNC. How has that grown in the last even 4 years since the last conventions?
Well, the main thing that's happening is that mainstream media is beginning to disintegrate. And the people at the higher levels know that, but it hasn't really filtered down to a lot of the anchors, the reporters, et cetera. And so the anchors still have the obnoxious attitude of speaking to you from the mountaintop as if they know everything, and they think that everything is the same and they're still going to have status quo. But their executives realize they're running out of money. And so the world's very different now. And instead of having just a couple of gigantic media companies, we now have thousands and thousands of creators. So the Young Turks is a rare network online, right? And we're the oldest and we're the largest, but it's very tough sledding for everyone involved. So, but I love that there are so many voices out there. And this is what we asked for, and this is what we got, and I'm thrilled with it.
Okay, last question. You say there's a lot of voices out there. At the RNC, you spoke with Charlie Kirk for a little bit, and I watched, and it's really interesting. You started talking about Social Security, and it appeared as if he had no idea what the left position on Social Security was. Was that surprising to you? And is that a product of this independent media and just being so targeted in how they talk about things?
Yeah. Well, so a lot of media just plays the hits, right? So they'll get to a talking point, they'll give their point about a talking point. We do actual news, so we give you all the facts first, and then we give you an analysis and then perspective. So a lot of folks, especially in right-wing media, they're not really following the news, and they don't quite know what the left-wing position is. A lot of times they're not even sure about the nuances within the right wing because the libertarians do not agree with a lot of the MAGA guys. And so there's tons of nuance and tons of policy in there. And so, yeah, you can say the bad news is, my God, it's amazing that some folks don't know any of the positions as we have these important national conversations. Or you can look at the good news, which is that now a lot of right-wing populists are beginning to listen to us and go, wait a minute, that paid family leave sounds pretty good. That increased Social Security sounds really good. And universal health insurance, you're telling me every other country has it, right? And it costs half as much? So we're getting them to listen to a bunch of things that we agree on. And if they come to us, I will definitely take yes for an answer. It doesn't mean that we have to agree on everything, but if there was a true populist uprising that was kind of a class revolt against the power structure and the status quo, that would be a beautiful thing. And that's what we ultimately need to win on all these policy positions.
All right, thank you so much, Cenk.
All right, thank you.